Stand. Fire!
What's up everybody, my name is Achilles, and it has been a while. I'm gonna cast this Napoleon Total War 2v2 replay. This is between me and my buddy Jumbowokkels against the Iron Duke of York and Bulgarian warrior. I'm playing as the Ottomans. My army build are 2 Solithar guards, 3 mounted Nizam. Ahmed al-Jazar is my general. I've got 7 of these Nazim Sirid infantry. I think about 2 Bashi bazooks and 3 semi-janissaries, and 2 light infantry. For my ally, Jumbowokkels, he has I think about 2 Hungarian hussars, a light hussar, Joseph Alvinci as his general. Now we have the Archduke Charles Legion, the 47th Kazakh Regiment, and the 1st Emperor's Own as his semi-elite units. I see about 4 Grenzers and Landschützen, which are like skirmishers with 125 range. We've got a Landwehr and a German Fusilier. Make that about 3, 4, 5, 6 German Fusiliers. 4 Bulgarian warrior playing as Britain. We have a King German Legion Light Dragoon, and the 15th Hussars. We've got about 2 light foot and 2 foot, another 2 light foot and a foot, 2 foot, so make that 4 foot. 4 foot, 2 King German Legion foot, 80th Connaught Rangers, 2 foot guards, and Major General Picton, the guy with the nice hat over here. For the Iron Duke of York, playing as France, we have about 4 of these chasseurs à cheval. We have Marshal Soult as general. It's pretty awesome that we all play with historical generals in this game. 18th Regiment, 2 militia units.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
I think he had 2 militia units, yes, over here. Paulus Legion, Paulus Legion, Paulus Legion, and a Paulus Legion, of course, against the melee capabilities of my army. 2 Old Guards, and I think about 4 or 5 voltigeurs, and a Swiss foot. So as you can see, basically from our deployment, I've left my right flank relatively weak, so I want to draw him in here and basically fall back with these units, and when he is over here I wanted to counter-attack and attack with all the units on this flank. But as you can see, they've taken up some really defensive positions over here. They didn't even want to contest for the hill, so which is quite nice because we've got the terrain. But right now they're gonna have to attack us, or we're gonna have to attack them, because then it's gonna be a long game. Now they have aggressive intentions. As you can see, the Iron Duke of York is changing over 3 of his chasseurs à cheval over on this side, and I think he and the Bulgarian warrior wants to commit an attack over here. Now Jumbo is gonna see this and already is sending a Hungarian Fusilier over to his left side, and he's gonna keep switching more and more units back over there. Now he's got his 47th Kazakh regiment in the square. Anyways, Jumbo was kind of worried about it, so he's gonna send a cavalry unit as well, and I'm basically gonna send some of my cavalry over on his side, so I can support him against this French cavalry, and I will basically come back when some interesting stuff will happen. So this is gonna be the first mind game of the game. So Jumbo was really worried about these chasseurs à cheval, and he's gonna run up his Landwehr, but as you can see, I'm gonna pause it right here. The Iron Duke of York, he pulls back his cavalry. Why does he do that? He wouldn't because of this Landwehr, but as you can see from my movement orders, I have some aggressive movement, or I am mobilizing my troops over on my right flank, and also I'm sending my cavalry, as you can see over here, to my right flank. Now he is seeing this, and because he sees this, he thinks I might be preparing an attack, because if you have to admit, His left flank is relatively weak. He's got a Swiss foot over here. He's got, I think, 2 chasseurs over here. It's backed up by an old guard, of course, and a chasseur à cheval, but against all these forces, it might be difficult to hold. Now, because of that, he is going to retreat his cavalry all the way across the map, which is quite nice from Jumbo, so he can get into a position. He really wants to have this fortressed. And the Bulgarian warrior is going to switch some troops over to the left flank to have a counter against these Landschützen, or otherwise this one unit will pull back this whole flank, which is not something you really want. Now, this also indicates that their map awareness, the map awareness of the Iron Duke of York and Bulgarian warrior is very good, and that they want to seize any possible threats or chances to attack them while they're in a vulnerable position. So he's going to switch up a Paulus Legion over here, and he basically wants to have double ranks. He wants to have double ranks against me all the time because I have melee, and melee is not fun when you have it in your lines. Anyway, the only action that will happen in the future is some harassing on this flank, some excellent harassing by Jumbo. As you can see, he's going to move up his units. And he's moving them up slowly, and basically Jumbo is going to be able to waste all his ammunition in this unit without losing a single unit. Without losing a single man, I think. So as you can see, my plan worked. Iron Duke of York send over his cavalry to his over his left flank, and so basically that put off the pressure on Jumbo so that he could start putting some pressure on the side of Bulgarian warrior. And I'll be back when the action starts. Now, the actual skirmishing from Jumbowokkels has begun. Now, what has Jumbowokkels done? Jumbowokkels basically has run up his line. I'm gonna pause for a sec. Jumbowokkels basically has run up his Landschützen until here, when he was in range of the light foot. So he could get a volley on the light foot. He also killed some men in the King German Legion light foot, backing it up. 4 men over here and 3 men over here. And I think he might be able to get some cavalry units as well. Now, Bulgarian warrior, he ran up his light foot. And as you can see, immediately Jumbo retreated his Landschützen. He brings up his Landwehr, so the first volley of the light foot would go in the militia. And the same with the Landwehr, so the militia, he runs up a Hungarian Fusilier. And basically that Hungarian Fusilier would have no casualties and will shoot freely at this light foot and get some casualties over here as well. And basically Jumbowokkels is going to do this constantly. He's going to constantly have that pressure on Bulgarian warrior, and it will quite irritate him, because Bulgarian warrior is, I think, going to bring an extra light infantry over on this side. This is going to be quite a long game, that's why I am fast forwarding a bit. Now if we zoom out, you can see that we have an angled position. Basically the Iron Duke of York is being very careful here, although I think if he really wanted, he could push, he could harass my right flank a little bit. He's not going to do that, he's going to be careful. Now, normally I don't hold my camera up that high, but I think it's a beautiful view, and I think it's brilliant for casting. So why not? Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted to have an example. Now, Bulgarian warrior is going to be a little bit more aggressive. Now, that it applies the same for Jumbo. He's just going to do the thing, but in a different order. He's going to run up his Landwehr, and then turn his like his skirmishers to shoot at Lightfoot. See, this is some pretty good skirmishing. I mean, some pretty good movement from Jumbo. He's trying to deny the Lightfoot to get a shot in range, and he's just gonna do this constantly. I think it's just beautiful to watch how he's doing this. Landschützen are most likely gonna get a volley off. was gonna retreat his German Fusiliers. There we go. There's the volley. He's really forcing the Bulgarian warrior into these engagements. See, he's gonna pull back. He's gonna run up his Landwehr. I think he intended to run those up. He is actually gonna run them up. He's now gonna run forward these Landschützen again. He's gonna get a volley. He is not gonna get a volley. Just not yet. He's gonna keep running up. He wants a volley, and then he's gonna run up with his Landschützen. See? Now either Bulgarian warrior is gonna have to fall back with his whole line, or this whole line is gonna get shot. But this militia of Jumbo is doing a terrific job, dealing so much damage. Because it's only a militia, it's like only 400 funds, or funds, or money. I should say money. I never really knew how, or know how to pronounce it stuff. Anyways, I'll be back when some real action starts. So right now, you see a lot of movement that's going on. Jumbo has been nailing these light foot and the units behind it, as you can see. 8 men killed out of this unit, 10 men out of this unit. I think he's got on some kills in the cavalry as well, not quite yet. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my video versus the commander, I was talking to Jumbo and I was like, Jumbo, we could actually do the same tactic in a joint operation. Now, if you don't know what tactic I did versus the commander, just check out the video. I'll leave a link there. It's one of my favorite tactics on this map, and it's really good. We're gonna do a variation of that. Basically, it's more of a joint tactic. Like me and Jumbo are gonna do this together, combined, timed, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. So as you can see, I have the space over here, and if I run my Bashi bazooks like close enough to this side, the lights here won't have the range to shoot my Bashi bazooks, and once they are over here, they will just shoot into the house. Now, the Iron Duke of York isn't stupid. He's gonna move up his Polish Legion. Now, he doesn't move it up quite enough in range, unfortunately. Now, I'm gonna put my Nazim City infantry over here because we don't have much units in this forest, and it's a second mind game. They have to guess our units that are in the forest. As you can see, I have my troops over here, and I'm gonna send them. Now, they're gonna waste the first volley. This is not clear terrain at all. So first of all, the volleys will not do much. See, he will shoot back. A full volley of a foot. Kill only 8 men. Now, he's gonna commit with the 15th Hussars, and I think this is really what I wanted, but unfortunately I would like to have my guys into the Britain Light Foot before he got to my Hussars. See, as you can see, there's a lot of terrain cover over here that I can abuse and that nobody knows. But he's gonna have it backed up with some light infantry. I think he's shooting some of his own men. Fortunately, he is. But anyways, my Bashi Bazook is just the initiate for something bigger, and it's this. It's the massive attack from Jumbowokkels into this forest.
Our men are running, sir.
This Polish Legion wants to fire, but as you can see, it's behind the house or it's in the house. I only lost 3 men. I have my charge. I changed my charge last second to the 15th Hussars. I'm gonna get a great charge off. It's gonna run immediately. He doesn't have attack orders on his units. The lights are repositioning. This Chasseur à Cheval isn't ready. So I really get the better of this with my engagements, and of course Jumbo is following this up flawlessly. He's having this Archduke Charles Legion into square, probably preventing from any cap charges. He's gonna undo the square, and I'm gonna see if I can get a clear charge on the Chasseur à Cheval. I'm waiting a little bit. As you can see, I'm hesitating a little bit, but the Iron Duke is gonna just shoot with his cap. He's gonna target the Fusiliers, doesn't do any damage, so I'm gonna charge him into the Chasseur à Cheval. While also pinning down some of these foot. Now, this is really good for Iron Duke of York. The use of his old guards in this game are just is flawless. It's perfect. He's gonna have some charges. Some shots in the back of this German Fusilier. Really, really devastating. And Jumbo is gonna face him, but he's not really gonna do any damage. Now, I actually should have killed this Chasseur à Cheval pretty easily. but he turned his lights, so he got some pretty good volleys. But here Jumbo charging this light foot, running up a Grenzer and a line unit, and he is just working on this. I think Bulgarian Warrior had these guys in a group since they all are square. He's just gonna pull back. Jumbo's gonna charge through to another King German Legion light foot. This one, its morale really dropped to like nothing. I'm gonna set my Nazit over here. I really want to get some shots on this old guard, but the Iron Duke is just gonna retreat, and why wouldn't he? This is a lost forest, and as you can see, all routing units from, well, not all routing units, but we've got 2 units from Britain routing for just a Bashi Bazook and a Slaughter Guard. Now, a Slaughter Guard is expensive, but it is quite a good trade for this, all this disruption and all this damage. Connaught Rangers down to under 100, foot down to 96. Not too many casualties on these Cheval though. Some good support from the Iron Duke, but he's not really being decisive. Right now he's a bit gonna reposition. I'm gonna see this and I'm gonna react accordingly to it. But he's gonna notice it and he's gonna fall back to the forest. But he wants to be a little bit more connected to Bulgarian Warrior, so that Bulgarian Warrior can take these resources and can put them in the fight over here. Now Bulgarian Warrior is calling for a massive retreat. I think they've been a bit over defensive in this game because we are just Austria. I mean, Bulgarian Warrior can perfectly take a fight over here, and he should have done earlier. He should have overcommitted on the flank, because why would Austria be able to hold that? Now they are doing what they want though. We did what we want during the attack, but they retreated, and now they can take a fight in the open, and that's not really what I am good at. It feels like grassy flatlands. It really feels like grassy flatlands. Yeah, but as you can see, we have taken this forest, and that's basically that was basically the plan. Unfortunately, Bulgarian Warrior retreated when he got out of there. But once again, it proves that this tactic is pretty valid. Also in a 2v2. Now this is gonna be like this for a long time. We're just gonna reposition accordingly across the line, and I'll be back when some more action happens. Again, some good skirmishing from Jumbo with his Landschützen, dealing some significant damage to the slides that are in that are actually not in light mode. As you can see. You see how pretty damn accurate they are. Bulgarian Warrior notices it. The Iron Duke of York is switching over troops because they know the action is happening over on this side. As you can see in their perspective, we're really getting like a circle around them. I think I should have pushed... Oh. Whoops. Yeah, if you guys ever were interested what's under the earth, it's actually sea. Like just saying. Anyways, I think I should have pushed with these units much earlier. As you can see, I have 3 line units over here, I have 2 cavalry units over here, I have a Bashi Bazook. I could easily push this. I could go to the first line as in light. In light mode, these chasseurs would shoot, I would run up with all my units, and he basically would pull back. Because otherwise I would just gank up his old guard in this house. But I did not do it. I think that's really a mistake of mine that maybe could have changed the way of the game drastically. But yeah, as I said, we're just going across the line. Jumbo's in this forest, and I think I'm gonna fast forward for a little bit. See you soon. And that's the end of the Landschützen. They were completely out of ammo, and so Jumbo rushed them up, and also with his Landwehr and Grenzer, trying to deal as much as possible damage, which I think he succeeded with. Just want to let you know, because these guys at their job, we're gonna see later how much kills they actually had. We've got some nice action on this flank over here. Let me pause this real quick and look at the mini-map. As you can see, we have a whole like moon shape around them now. We are only Austria and the Ottomans. Now the Ottomans are actually really powerful, but Austria, on paper, on open ground, it is really hard against them. So if Jimbo was, as it were, Prussia, this game would actually have been quite over now. But anyways, we're playing it carefully. As you can see, there is some action going on this side. Jimbo thought to commit to a cap charge, but I don't think that's a good idea right now. But a very good volley on these foot guards, on this 47 Gazak regiment, and basically Jumbo is hoping to trade very well with the Coldstream and the foot guard, but with the Coldstream and the foot guard. But they are backed up by Chasseurs à Cheval and with 2 other cavalry units. Now the Iron Duke of York is gonna move up. Chasseurs à Cheval. I'm gonna put this in fast forward because this was a very long battle. I think it lasted about 1.5 or 2 hours. So I'm picking the interesting parts, the good parts. As you can see, I've sent some cav and some lines over to support Jumbo. Basically, Jumbo doesn't have any lights here, so Bulgarian warrior does have the light advantage. But what do we have? And that's something I am gonna exploit in my next attack after a lot of thinking and planning. But some nice actions over here by Jumbo, and some nice positioning by Bulgarian warrior, even though he's not really getting the best of it right now. Jumbo moving up his German Fusiliers, hoping that the majority of the bullets will actually hit the dirt, but I don't think that will happen. Now, we're actually trying to isolate a part of these units, but it's not gonna work, unfortunately. I have to move my camera, otherwise this game is gonna stutter. Now some nice volleys, some nice action on the flanks by Bulgarian warrior. This was a devastating volley though. And here, as you can see, the Coldstream guards moving up too far, losing a lot of men. Basically, these units didn't lose anything. I'm gonna run up my mounted Nizam, and I'm basically even gonna get a volley off on these Coldstream guards. And this is a really good thing for us. Look at the damage that it did. It's down to 83 men, and I killed 2 men of these German Fusiliers, unfortunately. But holy damn, that was a big mistake by Bulgarian warrior, making that happen. Because now Jumbo has the numbers, he can move up, and he's gonna try and shoot the Coldstream guards. And they're dropping down with a lot. Now I think I've actually should have been here, like about right here, and I should have shot the Coldstream guard to pieces, or at least down to 14, that they come to the point where they might potentially rout. As you can see, the attack order is definitely in the Coldstream guards for Jumbo. Not really caring about the lights, even though they are racking up the kills on this unit. Jumbo is gonna commit the first hussars, but he's gonna go into a square. It doesn't matter, I mean, Jumbo has a Hungarian Fusilier backing it up, but the Iron Duke of York, good positioning with the Chasseurs à Cheval over here. Definitely gonna inflict some casualties. I'm setting up this line forward because I really want to support Jumbo, but Bulgarian warrior is gonna back off now. I really don't know why Bulgarian warrior is going in a square right here. He's got 3 Chasseurs à Cheval backing him up. But anyway, Jumbo dealt a lot of casualties to even this King German Legion Light Dragoon, which isn't really committed into the fight. Still, these Coldstream guards survived. They're at 54 men. Maybe I should have committed this mounted Nazim to kill it, because I didn't. As you can see, I'm moving some more cavalry over, and I think we've got the better of that engagement, considering that these are elite units. Now, Iron Duke of York wanted to commit to a fight with the Chasseurs à Cheval, but he noticed me bringing up my mounted Nazim up, so I think he backed off of that idea. Jumbo's still wanting to kill the Coldstreams. Unfortunately, not really successful at that, and I can't run up my mounted Nazim because otherwise the Cheval would wreck me with their firepower. Switching up a light over to this side, and Iron Duke is going to act accordingly. So even though the action is on this side, the Iron Duke is still paying a lot of attention on what I am doing on my flank. And now this Coldstream Guard of 50 men actually doing a good job on this German Fusilier that really had potential to kill them, and it actually routed them. So this is some nice action by Bulgarian warrior. I wasn't there to help him, unfortunately. Sending over the Solithar Guard. But I've got another idea. Because we have the space right here, the Iron Duke has faced his procedures that way, which is the obvious thing to do, and also these houses would blockade stuff. I thought I have this line over here, the Emperor's Own, and all their cavalry is in the back over here. So basically, with the cav advantage, I should be able to push with a light and some melee. So as you can see, I'm again using this space. This space is really nice. I'm gonna put my summon Janissaries here so they are safe. Nice volley by Jumbo. Damn. And Jumbo is gonna act accordingly, and he's being a really good support by doing this. He sees my attack. This is again a combined thing. I'm gonna have my Nazim light infantry over here. Now I know he has his troops that fire well off, but I only bring 2 lights. So what is their purpose? Well, mainly being a meat shield. Iron Duke is gonna pull back. I'm gonna fire a volley. I'm gonna move up. My volley didn't kill anything. Fortunately, actually, did it kill? It actually killed the Polish Legion. A unit in the Polish Legion. Now the Iron Duke is gonna turn, but he's gonna see all this melee coming. He's gonna see cav coming. This is a bad move by me. I lost 2 guys with this. And he thinks I'm gonna attack, so he's gonna square up, and if he doesn't square up, I'm gonna just charge him with cavalry. But, as you can see, he is squaring up. I'm not committing in melee, so I'm just gonna shoot the square. And basically, a light can win a fight against a square. So he's gonna commit to a melee attack. Sure, I have melee and I have cav, so I'm gonna retreat my Nazim City infantry. And I'm not gonna commit to a melee charge. Yeah, because Jumbo is bringing up his first Emperor's Own. I'm gonna send up my summon Janissaries, so if he goes in a square, if he's forced to go, I also have my lights over here. Damn, those movements and my cav. So basically, we're gonna win this fortress without a lot of casualties, even though it is strategically speaking, it is a valuable position because it has forest, cover, all that stuff. He's gonna shoot his own He shot 5 men of his own Polish Legion over here. As you can see, his militia are vulnerable. They're not backed up. TheIronDukeOfYork is gonna move up his voltigeurs, so I accordingly move up mine. He sees this, he stops. I'm gonna send up Nazim City infantry to face this militia, and I'm gonna charge the militia with my Solithar Guard because they're not backed up now. Very good old guard use again by TheIronDukeOfYork. I thought he was just gonna keep running, but he gets a very lovely volley on the Solithar Guard. Actually, not exchanging very well. I mean, I killed about 31 men, maybe 40 with charging this Polish Legion in particular, but I think it was not cost efficient. Now, of course, with all this action going on, they are gonna mobilize their cavalry. I'm gonna put it down the center because all the action changed from this side of the battlefield to this side of the battlefield.
Our men are running, sir.
Jumbo is gonna commit to a melee charge. pretty awesome. I think the side effect of this is going to be that he wants to waste ammo of Britain and wants to make him shoot the men of Iron Duke of York. Fortunately, we're not successful at that. And still, these Pulse Legion are firing into my lights rather than the First Emperor's own, just racking up the kills over here. Getting some side volleys on this militia. The Iron Duke is basically gonna back off, so I'm gonna act immediately and I'm gonna seize this ground. I'm gonna take as much territory as I can. And they're again gonna retreat to a safe position with open ground where no surprises can happen, unfortunately. Now they do hold this position, and this is strategically speaking also valuable, but it's also a forest and it's also quite an angle. So as you can see, we keep closing in on them, but it is a really long game. But of course you don't get to see the whole game at only the interesting points of action, because all the other action is just movement and mind games. So I mean, this is gonna be a stalemate again, and I'll see you guys when the next major action happens. So this is the point where Jumbo is like, Achilles, you have to take off some pressure on my side, because it has been pretty exhausting, and Austria isn't really that forgiving against Britain. And on another side note, Jumbo has been fighting most of the game, and he's been taking on both, well, he's been taking on Britain, and of course, a 24/7 support of France. Well, against 24/7 support of France. But the Iron Duke, he's gonna send up his voltigeurs, he's gonna set them up in this pretty defensive position. Now, again, I see this strategic point. It's a forest, it's valuable, units have cover, good morale, but I'm gonna take it, or at least I'm planning on taking it, and I have the resources to do it. Now, as you can see, the only unit I see so far is a Swisswood over here. Now, I think he has about a voltiger over here, but he can't shoot me anyway through all this forest. You can see my move orders going. I'm first gonna flank with this City infantry. Then he has one choice. He turns this line over here or over here, but I have these guys over here hidden. Yeah, as I said, there's a voltiger over here, but he won't be able to shoot me from that angle, or he's gonna have to retreat. Now, because of this overwhelming force and this attack all of a sudden, because as you can see, I mobilized so many units on this flank over here. Now, he wasted a volley. I'm going to move up my line infantry. I'm going to send up my line infantry. Jumbo over here is actually doing a pretty nice job. He's taking off this 6 infantry légère, but didn't pull back because I think the micro for the Iron Duke was too intensive over here. And as you can see, I'm just trying to come from all sides, and the Iron Duke is in disarray and is drastically retreating, and its units are all together now. I think this is the point where I should have kept pushing with my cavalry. I should have kept pushing, but I was too hesitant, and I didn't. I also didn't charge. I also didn't continue to charge on his voltigeurs, and I should have done it because these Chasseurs-Cheval, they weren't going to attack me. They were going to pull back. So I think that's a mistake of mine. I also should have run up this light over here to shoot a Pulse Legion. But again, if you look to the old guard of the Iron Duke, his old guard have taken no damage in the whole game. No damage has been taken, no fucks were given by the old guard. Jumbo is going to move up accordingly now. I feel me and Jumbo have done all the aggressive things this game, even though we had kind of the minor factions. Big micro mistake by forgetting my general. They've really been defensive, but this game doesn't mean anything. I mean, it is a very cool game. It was nice to play with the Iron Duke and with Bulgarian Warrior. Bulgarian Warriors units, they've got a beating. This foot, this King German Legion foot is in a pretty good shape. This Coldstream Guard is bad, but this foot guard is still in a good shape. Iron Duke is gonna fall back. It's actually almost against the red line, like really far in the back. As you can see, we went from here to here to here to here, and now we are here. And we can't keep flanking because there is a red line over here, and we're again under the earth where there is sea. But yeah, what can you do here? I mean, you don't have the numbers. Now, as you can see, this village isolates actually both of the players. So I thought I can rush this. I have Samets over here. We have about 2 cavalry units left. He has only 1 cavalry unit. The Iron Duke does have 3 cavalry units left, but he's gonna have to face mine as well. So I'm gonna move up my guys over here. He's gonna go into a square formation. I'm just gonna keep them here and I'm just gonna shoot. Jumbowokkels is gonna act accordingly, and we're gonna move up. Now the Iron Duke is gonna send an Old Guard, which is the good response. I mean, the Old Guard, very powerful unit, a unit you don't want to have in your flank. So I'm gonna try to deploy my guys that way that, as you can see, the Old Guard would have a line of sight. The Iron Duke is gonna send his Old Guard all the way over here, which is a very good move. They're just gonna retreat. They're not gonna take the fight. Bulgarian Warrior either wants to waste ammo or just forgot to micro these units and know it is a lost it's a lost case, but it routed anyway. Finally, found my general again. Not my son, Janazari's over here as well. Now I'm moving up to over on this angle. Now I feel, and that's my humble opinion, I feel that me and Jumbo should now take this Hungarian Fusilier, this German Fusilier, and the 47th Cossack Regiment, and that Jumbo should now outright charge the Coldstream Guard. And then with joint lines, we could have broken this flank, and we could have tried to steamroll, or Bulgarian Warrior would call for a retreat over here. But we're keeping actually a lot of reserves, even though it's late game. And as you can see, this is just a retreat of the whole line again. Pulling back, going to a more defensive formation. And the Old Guard still has not taken any damage. None of the 2 Old Guards. That's really impressive. They have not been in a fight a lot, but they have been in situations where they could like use 1 guy or 2 guys. And for positioning, of course, it's outline of sight. Really well done. Bulgarian Warrior is gonna pull back. Oh man, Jumbo, if you had that one line here, we could have pushed it so hard. That would have ended the game quicker. Now he's gonna send up a Chasseur Cheval. I'm gonna retreat my Nazim-sided infantry over here. I'm gonna put my mounted Nazim behind my square to shoot it. And the Iron Duke is just gonna pull back. Or he's gonna charge through to these first regiments. And actually, why wouldn't you? Because there's an Old Guard in here, and this Old Guard is really doing some damage. My general is all the way over here. This is some bad micro from my side. Also, my Semi-Janissaries alone over here. He's gonna see this threat. Finally. Finally. An Old Guard with casualties. Finally. Oh, Jumbo. Unfortunately, he walked his calf out of there. They're gonna rout. So as you can see, the Iron Duke of York and a special Bulgarian warrior is defending very well late game. Iron Duke of York is going to send all his cavalry over. I'm going to send another, well, it's actually the same mounted Nazim, because I want to counter this Sheriff well, but it's going to be hard because they are better units. I should have my fire focusing on this old guard, or is it? Not on, it is actually, but I think it's not in range. Jumbo actually going to commit his general to this foot. And oh my god, I am so sorry, Jumbo. Yeah, the Shoshone are just killing it off. I'm going to get a charge in this foot though. They're not going to be able to find the square, so they're going to route. The Iron Duke of York, he's going to charge through, he's going to... He's going to try to go to my Summit Janissaries, which is the right thing to do, and these units can't protect them because they are not good enough to be in a square. Oh my god. This Hungarian Fusilier. Why?
Our men are running, sir.
So there, the Iron Duke of York routed my summit, and now I have nothing to protect my light infantry with. I formed these in a square. I'm spreading out as much as possible. I'm gonna bring in this other line unit, and I think this might be the point where I commit to a last attack. I mean, we're not really winning this anymore on this flank. I'm gonna have to get out of the square, but I have two options. If I get out, this Shesovashval unit will come for me. And otherwise I'm going to get shot by the old guard. Either way I'm going to die. But I'm getting out. I'm going to try to square up, but I think I cannot square up anymore. Nope, I'm under 40. I cannot square up anymore. Single charge, and my units are gone. Target fire on this German Legion Lightfoot. They're just going to charge in over here. Yeah, some nice defending by Bulgarian warrior, actually pulling that off. But this is the point where the cavalry and the old guard and the general is isolated from the rest of his army. The Iron Duke of York immediately retreating, scared from the shock attack. As you can see, I'm going with my cav for a sneaky shot on the old guard. He's gonna square up, I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna try to go for the general. He sees this, so he's gonna immediately pull away a Polish legion to defend his general. And I see that this is not gonna work out for me, so I'm just gonna pull back my guys through the city, because if I go through here, the old guard will shoot me, and otherwise everything else will shoot me. I should maybe have charged this militia. Like, just charge, pull through, go for Major General pick me, but then the Polish Legion would have ran over here. Joseph Cheval would have gone for me, but maybe that could have made a difference. Oh, I could have charged these units and the general. And these units as well. But anyways, my attack has begun. As you can see, major mistake is gonna be no line of sight. These units don't have line of sight. I didn't really knew this until I really had a look at it. If I general way back over here, it's also a mistake, fortunately. So the Iron Duke is gonna have double lines, and the only reason why I attacked was because these units don't have line of sight. Old guard taking no damage, but no line of sight. And see, that's the point where I'm going for. This old guard is turning back. I'm going for it. These lights, shooting in my lights, no problem. I got into these King German Legion Lightfoot on this foot. Not gonna rout them, unfortunately. gonna charge this. Anyway, I fired a volley. And as you can see from my movement orders, I'm running. I'm gonna try to charge the militia because they cannot form in a square, but this 18th, the Brave, didn't form in a square as well. I should have maybe run these in melee, I don't know. Anyway, my cav retreats at 25, which is a shame. These guys have been shooting into the ground constantly. I've killed off the last Chasseur Cheval, and as you can see, my melee are getting into the lines. I'm running up my Nazim City. You can see my movement order is behind. Because I really want to get to the second line who is only shooting into the ground. I'm getting my melee units in there, my semi-janissaries. So I'm gonna silence these guys. I'm gonna shoot the voltigeurs. And basically I wrecked up this line, and these guys just need to hold this. But the old guard, man. The old guard, holy shit. Bulgarian warrior committing his general. And the Iron Duke of York actually saving Bulgarian's warrior's ass over here by this Polish Legion. I should have used this mounted Nizam over there as well. Gonna set my general, try to catch his general. He's gonna see he's gonna retreat. So I'm gonna set my general over here, I think, into the back of the 18th Regiment of
Our men are running, sir.
That's it. No, I'm not gonna do that, unfortunately. My cavalry came back. And a boost for the French. I'm gonna charge this Polish Legion in the back of my general. Polish Legion, 20 men still, such a good morale. It's amazing. I'm gonna commit to a melee charge. And this is what I didn't see. Nice turn by the Iron Duke of York. I totally did not see that coming. Another charge of my general. Might be able to rout the militia. Fortunately, it's not going to happen. The Bulgarian warrior is going to commit his general as well. Bulgarian Fusilier trying to flank. But this is my routing mounted Nazim that came back, but I don't think it would have done anything against this old guard of 13. Now I'm targeting the general, trying to kill as much as possible. But the general is not gonna die, unfortunately.
Our men are running, sir.
So this was the game. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a really long battle, really nice battle. I think they played a bit over defensively, but on the other hand, it was really a challenge to attack them in the late game. I think some minor mistakes in mid game caused us to lose this, but overall, I think it was a pretty good game, pretty nice game, very fun game to cast, and I'll ever play a Napoleon battle again against the Iron Duke of York or Bulgarian warrior. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a rematch because we had a game before that me and Jumbo won, and I think we should play another one to decide best of 3. Anyway, I'm gonna speed this forward. My army routes, their army routes, and here is the screen. As you can see, not many kills for me, many kills for them. Still was a close game. It was in the end in the open. Not really my best side. The kills on my summits, my infantry. Both my Slithar guards is actually fine. 32, 54. Then Nazim with 2 and 5 kills. Now that's not good at all. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.